So they were able to get most of the rock out. Got a little bit of a ridge left right here to finish busting out, but other than that, all of it is broke up. On the side right here, there's just kind of one minor problem. That would be the one minor problem. The bit is no longer in the end of the hammer. It appears to have broke. So hopefully they'll get that fixed today. In the meantime, I'm going to finish loading out this pile of busted rock. So I climbed up on top of the pile. It was just going to make loading trucks a lot easier. It's always easier to load trucks from above when you can actually see, especially with the rocks and stuff, where the material is going. You can kind of place it in there a little bit easier. The mechanic just got here and he's working on the hammer. So that's a good sign. Hopefully it won't take him too long to change that bit out. Stuff to haul. It's a shame it's no good for crushing. It just turns back to sand. It's broke up to the perfect size to crush. But if it all turns back to sand, it really wouldn't be beneficial for a driveway, now would it? Rough. And there's the new hammer bit. there it is. Now, 30 minutes to put all the shims back in there to hold it in. Got to be easy with all the rocks. I guess those hammer tips kind of wear us down to a point, because all the ones I've ever seen put on are flat. Some of them are chiseled, but I don't know, I think they wear out quicker when they're chiseled. I don't know. I'm not a rock buster. And it looks like they're about ready to start breaking more rock. Well, she is, hopefully. It took him about 40 minutes to change that bit out, so I don't think that was too bad. At it. like loading pure rock now. There's really not a whole lot of sand mixed in with it. Will be glad when I'm done here. On the home stretch now though. Get this out, have to move a little of that dirt over here to finish filling in some of these holes where all the rock came out. Other than that, well, she's still got to break that wall out, that edge out. We are done. So doing the aggravating part there, getting that rock broke back enough for the wall. We got to do 3 feet beyond the center line of the wall to give them enough room for the footing and the backfill. It's a prefab wall. I think it's just prefab concrete panels. So all they need to do is just kind of cut out for a footing, or have enough room for a footing, a little bit of gravel, and then set the prefab panels in place, and then probably run a 4-inch drain pipe behind it. So they don't have to do any tiebacks or anything into the wall. I'll let her break that area there out, and I'll go over there and pull all that rock out of the way and see if we need to go down any deeper. This right here has turned out pretty good. I got to finish raking that rock down and then set the laser up and check everything and make sure it's okay, or the grade's right at least. At least that's breaking up better than I thought it would. Breaking the boulders up that I dug out from over there, and while she's doing that, I'm going to come over here and dig out where the wall was, where these big boulders were, so that we can see if there are any more down there below all of this rock. Find it easier to just throw this over there into one big pile and still load from on top of the pile versus trying to wait for a dump truck to get here and load this and put it in there. I'll just load in from right here. Save me from having to move it again. About the last of the rock. aggravating material because it's hard enough I can't dig it, but it's soft enough that it doesn't really break. Well, isn't that a pretty sight? All the rock is gone on that lower section, other than that little bit right there at the wall. Finishing breaking that out, and I will be happy that that is done. What I'm not happy about is I got my new boots dusty. Isn't that just horrible? But my pants are still clean, and so is my floor mat. That's right on point right there. I'm happy with them. I've had a lot of people ask me. They're Ariats. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in them. Other than that, I'm going to sit right here and watch rock break and finish loading out my little pile right here, and that's going to be about a wrap. Well, that pile of boulders is broke up. Now I'm right here loading out this little section. There's a little bit of rock right here I'm trying to expose. And she's finishing up the base of that wall right there, breaking that out. But everything else is all gone. Once I get my transfer my grades, I can knock down those two little piles of dirt marking my stakes right there. But I'm saving those for right now to know my elevations for the building pad. And I have some more down there, but I'm going to go ahead and go down here and knock this one down and hit that edge right there just to make sure there's no more rock right in there. Well, the weather is not as nice as it was yesterday, but we are back for a couple hours this morning to finish the hammering up, filling that up with fuel. We've got to go dig out a little corner up here and do a little bit more on the back wall over there, and we are done. Finally. You can kind of see how the rock lays in this hillside, and that's what makes it so difficult to dig out, break up, because it's in layers. It's very sporadic. This wasn't too bad right here, but it's when it's the giant random boulders, that's what made it very aggravating. Wall right here probably 8 or 10 times now, just trying to get every little bit out. What I'm doing is coming in here, pulling this rock back just to make sure that it is far enough back no big rocks sticking out in the area of the wall and or the footing. keep it all in a pile so it can be loaded out. That shall be a wrap for the wall job. Then once all this rain moves out and it dries off enough, we've got about another day to finish hauling this stuff off and finish grading these, top dressing these pads off, and I'm done. Time to get done with that thing. All the rock is broke, and I'm gonna stack this rock up and finish packing that dirt down. I think I've done all I can do today. It's starting to get pretty muddy out here now. Well, this site's finally come together now. All that's left to do is move that little bit of rock back there and the rock over there. Once that's removed, I can take that clay that I saved and take it down there to that lower section and fill in the low spots from where we had to take out the rock. And then we are pretty much done. Walk back here. So I finished digging out the back corner where the retaining wall goes. It goes from that corner back into there, that little notch, and then all the way down. Got all that cut out. That was the pile of boulders broke up. That's the clay I am stockpiling to save for backfill behind the wall. And then all this has been cut out all the way down to that lower pad. So pretty much, like I said, all that's left to do is haul off those boulders down there once it quits raining and everything dries out enough, and take this dirt, pick out the clean dirt, and doesn't have all the dirt, the sticks and roots in it. There's some better material up front. Haul it down there. We probably need 10 loads or so, and grade that out. But that's it for this week till it quits raining and dries out again. We got a lot done in the 2 weeks without rain.